So, when we went to our house, Sherry and I went from empty nesters when our last one went to college, then decided that he was going to go into the field that he was working in and not go back to college, got a full-time job, and then for a moment we were not empty nesters anymore, which I was not all that thrilled about because he was living back with us, and I'm speaking of young Broderick, the Tasmo, turning 20 in May. He's still 19. So he finally said, which I agreed with, I have a full-time job, I have benefits, I have health insurance. I want to move to my own place, to which I couldn't call the moving company quick enough. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, I totally agree with you. And so because we're teaching them to leave. That's our job. We teach them to go. And so last Friday, he moved into his own apartment that he's paying for and doing all that. So he's working these long hours, and I had such an opportunity. Do you remember the Mickey Dean bit where he said that he waited till his kids had children on a rainy Sunday night at 11:30, and then he went and knocked on the door and said, "I need a piece of poster board by tomorrow morning. I've known about it for 6 weeks." Yeah. And so I went and met some. He had to have some work done in there. I forget what it was. Something to do with they had to hang something or whatever. I don't remember what it was. But he said, "Hey, Dad, can you meet these people that are coming to do something at the apartment I need done?" And I said, "Sure, no problem." So I went by and I met the workers, but I got there early. Once they got there and just kind of waited till they were done or whatever. But I got there early enough that I just was in his apartment on my own, okay? And I thought, well, this is my moment. This is my moment to eat his food, to go into his refrigerator and drink the drinks.
Leave crap laying around everywhere.
I went in there, brushed my teeth, spit toothpaste in the sink.
I left it on the side.
Yeah, Greg sat down,
peed on the lid.
Yeah, I mean, I kept sending him pictures of what I was doing in his apartment. Look, this is me knocking back one of his Topo Chicos.
Rick, leave the empty bottle sitting right on the counter.
I left it right there. I told him that I also ate something and just left the plate laying out. I went in there and just started doing everything in his apartment that he would do, when he was living with us.
If he'd had a box with the leftover cold pizza, you could have ate the last piece and put the box back in the refrigerator and those nothing's in it.
Yeah, look, he had some chocolate covered almonds that were sealed, meaning he had not opened them yet. I sent him a picture of me opening them. I said, I've got a handful of them. I'm eating them. And he was like, he goes, Dad, you are killing me. I said,
payback, baby.
Oh, I said, you wouldn't believe this. I said, just a minute ago, I said, I took a shower and just threw the towel on the floor. He said, are you showering in my apartment? I wasn't really, but I kept telling him. Right. I said, just took a shower, and you know what I did with the towel? Threw it right in the floor.
Right before
and I said, by the way,
it's wet and it's in a pile.
I said,
there's water everywhere.
I said, I was dressed for work. I've taken those clothes off and I've thrown them back behind the door in the bathroom. not in dirty clothes hamper. I've actually thrown them back behind the door, so you don't even know they're there.
Right.
And when you think you've taken everything to the laundry room, you find that pile behind. You know where the door opens?
Absolutely.
That little gap.
You find all kinds of stuff.
I never understood that about him. He would throw his clothes in the bathroom, like behind the door, where you would open it up and you'd find them in there. Going, you ever
had to pile up before you know?
Yeah. So he's finding out now if you don't wash clothes, you don't have any.
No, Mom ain't there.
And I kept telling Sherry that I was like, look, you don't let him bring this stuff home when he was going to college and all of that. She said, well, I mean, he's gonna have to wash clothes at some point. I said, well, he's washing them now. And it's funny, he'll try to FaceTime Sherry sometimes. I said, now, am I doing it? Of course, I got in trouble because I told him if you wash everything in cold, you could just wash it all at one time.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of trouble.
Including reds and whites.
I said, look, just wash it in cold.
And when in doubt, I always wash it in cold.
Well, and then here's where
I like those you can put the heat to, though.
Yeah,
when I got it all white. But let her go.
Listen, here's the thing.
Betty's going, where do you do all this at?
Do you yeah, right. Do you remember Oompa Loompa? Remember when I told them that when they were little after that horrible incident that I won't recount that happened to Johnny Rockets before they took it away?
Oh yeah.
But anyway, it was a moment that was grossly uncomfortable, and I said, well, in our term now, if Daddy ever says Oompa Loompa, that means don't say that.
Yes.
And so he's 19 now, and all of a sudden I heard, well, now Dad said, Oompa Loompa! You know what I mean? I was like,
still applies.
Oompa Loompa! He was like, Dad says I just wash it all in cold. And I said, and I could hear it going on. And I couldn't. You ever can't get there in time to throw your body in front of what your kid is saying to your wife?
It's like watching something spill and you dive.
Yeah,
It's
you're
going
not gonna
already
make it.
gone.
Did you tell him to wash everything in cold that he could just wash all of it in one thing?
Yeah.
Honey, honestly, I appreciate how you take care of our clothes. I honestly do. But baby, you divide things up. Sometimes I'll see like one group that's got only 3 items in it, and you think that group is on its own thing. Yeah. Don't wash a whole load with 3 items over there. And she's like, well, those can't be washed. And I said, if you put it in cold water.
Do you know what I get in more trouble than this is I'll dry stuff that don't need to be dried. That's where I get in trouble. That's where it comes down on me as far as you drying stuff and you it's too small now. Kids can't wear it. That shouldn't go in the dryer. That's hung up. I can't tell, and I don't know what is supposed to be hung up and what's not because I get mixed messages.
That's a tough one.
I get certain shirts, but yet then I put one in the dryer and I'm like, well, you should have hung that up. Then I hang it up. It's like, well, that one can go in the dryer, and I'm like, that's the same exact shirt.
I know it's hard to tell.
What are we doing?
That shrinking thing. I also got in trouble for this one. Did you tell Brody if he took the same towel and hung it up, he could use it for a week?
Oh, yeah.
I said 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just don't wad it up the floor.
100%. Don't throw it in the floor.
At least 3 days.
Oh, I get 3 days out of pants.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's not summer.
Sure.
Yeah, summer you
that's
gotta
key.
You got to rotate.
You got to
quicker,
adjust.
yeah.
Go to Wes, Spanish Fort. Wes, 30 seconds, go.
When you went over to your son's apartment, I hope you left every single light on when you left. And when you got ready to take that shower, I hope I don't get too personal, but when you took your clothes off, I hope you peeled your pants off where they remained inside out and the underwear was still on them and your socks were inside out.
Do it all.
That's real good. Yeah, I should have done that. Of course, I followed Greg's instructions.
Yeah, you got to leave one soda.
That's really good.